and like they have not even accepted like you can be gay. Someone will ask you, how can you be gay? How can you be gay? Like, why would you choose to be gay?
Like we have a choice.
We are the children of the rainbow flag.
Hi guys, welcome to Out and Proud African LGBT. Follow our social medias on Instagram, that is Opal We Exist. Also on Facebook, that is Opal We Exist. And on YouTube, that is Out and Proud African LGBT. My name is Charles and I'm here with...
My name is Francis Woge.
Where are you from, Francis?
I'm from Kenya. I'm from Nairobi, specifically. Born and raised.
Are you Chikuyu?
Yes,
I could guess.
How can you guess?
The name, I don't know, because like I'm from Uganda, by the way, and I'm from the Busia border, so like I don't know, I know something about it.
Yeah, maybe the names maybe sounds a bit familiar because we are Bantu.
Okay.
So maybe because of we speak similar language, maybe maybe
potato.
There's something. Tomato.
That's new. Because I've never had that. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you a gay man?
I am a gay man.
Very much. I don't know if you can see my shirt. My shirt says proud because I am a proud gay man.
I don't feel like necessarily I have to write my like proud here. I didn't say that's what you're doing, but I am proud internally.
I am being attacked.
No, I'm not being mean.
I know you're not. I know I'm playing.
Like,
let's do a little thing.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Yeah.
So,
I am proud internally because for you to accept yourself, it takes courage for you to accept that person who is maybe not the most favorite or the most liked because they are gay. For you to like that person, you being that person, that takes a lot of courage. So, yes, I am.
It takes a lot of courage to like enter anyone.
Absolutely,
yeah.
Every bit of yourself.
What do you know about yourself?
At this point, I feel like I know enough to accept myself and to just embrace myself.
You know, they say sexuality is a spectrum. So like, we're always figuring ourselves out. Yeah.
I'm gay as they come. I'm gay as they come.
I saw you have a nail painted. Is that like a sign to so people know?
This is just a little like swag, just to enhance. Because I'm a simple person. I don't do a lot of jewelry.
He's a chill guy.
Yeah,
I'm sure I've seen that meme, the chill guy meme. You're a chill guy.
That's me. That's me.
Okay. So, yeah. Can I ask you, what can you tell me? I know our countries, because we're neighbors. Our countries are neighbors. What can you tell me about living in your country as a gay man? You've not lived here your whole life, right?
I haven't lived here my whole life.
Okay.
And further to what you've said, it's not as different from your country. It is quite tough because we are Africans, we are neighbors, and our cultures. First of all, this is something that when you're growing up, you're discovering some things within yourself, and you're like, but you're questioning it because of what you know within your culture and what you've been taught. Yeah. Maybe growing up. So it's not different. I mean, for example, in my culture, gay men used to be given whips and they would whip each other to death. That is what, like...
Did you say whip each other to death?
Yeah. They was expected to whip each other to death as a form of punishment, So it's not that...
but like, they find the most creative punishments for us. What do you mean whip each other to death?
Come on. I mean, I find that so barbaric, The society still has not accepted fully that gay people are there. And like, gay people are there to stay. And like, they have not even accepted like, you can be gay. Someone will ask you, how can you be gay? How can you be gay? Like, why would you choose to be gay?
Like we have a choice.
Yeah, like we have a choice. Like looking at the kind of stigma that we face, the kind of situations, that we find ourselves into sometimes, where you have to bribe for your own safety. You have to bribe for you to get ahead, for maybe an opportunity here and there. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm just a person who feels differently Would I choose something that is harmful to me? I don't think anybody would. But that's besides the point. It will take a long time for Africa or for my country to accept that we're gay people.
It's I think I like to like compare life here and life back home, you know. Here it's a question of like self-love and how much do I love myself and how much
Yeah.
how I have to choose me.
Yeah.
But then like in our country it's like you have to fit in, you have to
Absolutely.
survive, you know.
Absolutely.
It's a question of survival.
And you know the worst thing being that you can't you can come out when you're in your country because I've seen people come out. I cannot speak for other people, but for me it was not safe for me to come out. It was not safe in as much as, because you're having a human experience. Being gay is part of a human experience. You will always have that curiosity of wanting to know more, of wanting to find what is this all about, all this I'm feeling, all this attraction that I feel.
PG-13.
Yeah.
I'm
What
joking.
it is
Yeah.
it about? So it takes a lot of courage for one to be gay, or like for one to accept, despite all
Accept
the,
who they are.
yeah, and all the, despite all the stigma that we go through.
I've never had any pressure to come out to anyone, and like to be honest, I do not look at it as like coming out. It's like I am who I am because I've never seen like, let's say, a straight man coming and they're like, oh, by the way,
I'm so
guys, I'm a
straight.
straight man.
Yeah.
So like
I shouldn't have to.
you don't have to.
I shouldn't have to.
So, like if you see me wearing a crop
Yeah.
top or something, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, are you gay? I was like, oh yeah,
That's
gay
the
as they
thing.
come.
That's
Done.
the thing. But now the problem comes when now someone has found out, oh, you're gay. Now they all of a sudden now they treat you differently.
I know, and
Now
in-
all of a
in
sudden it's
Kenya.
like you change. You've become and that's in, these are people you've grown up with. These are people you've known your whole life, maybe worked with, and you find yourself the relationship has changed all of a sudden. Why? Because you found out I'm gay.
So
How does that affect anything?
in Kenya, did you ever, I don't know, be in a relationship and like,
I tried to be in a relationship, but like I said, it's quite a homophobic.
I mean, yes, it's
society.
homophobic, but then like you can have your like
Secretly, I
Very
won't
secretly,
lie.
yes.
Yeah, very secretly. I've been with someone secretly.
how grinder or you'll be meeting each other on the street.
That's one of the easiest and best places to meet. That's the first point of contact, Grinder. That's the first point of contact. And but then it also comes with its own problems, because now with Grinder becomes people start taking advantage of that. People start taking advantage of gay people. They start blackmailing them. You have straight people coming into Grinder, and they join Grinder, and they are speaking with someone who is genuinely gay. Someone who is genuinely looking for the gay experience, and they take
Someone
advantage
looking for
of
some
that.
action.
Yeah,
They disturb
and
your
you're like,
peace.
you get blackmailed.
I actually
So
know
it has become
people
so
who have been
dangerous.
arrested on
Yeah,
Grindr.
it's become dangerous for you to be gay in Kenya. Like, where is the safety? How safe are you, even on social terms, going out, meeting people? How safe are you? People end up being murdered and kidnapped just because of what? Just because of seeking the human experience that is your basic right.
So I'm sure as soon as the plane landed at Heathrow Airport, the first thing you did, apps, Grinder.
I knew- yeah. Because I'm like, well,
You got someone the way to wherever you were going.
yeah, like, let's be knowing each other as we get there.
Crazy
Yeah.
world.
It's a crazy world. It's a
Personally.
crazy world.
Okay, so how's been your experience? You've been in London ever since you arrived?
Yes, I have.
And how has that been?
Well, I would lie. It was a bit scary at first.
Give me all the tea.
I'm telling you, I was. Yeah, here's the thing. I was excited because I know I'm coming to one of the gay capitals in the world.
Fact.
Like, I'm in the gay capital of the world,
Yeah.
and I'm also quite scared because now everything here is now like times 10. It's intense. you know. If here you can be as queer as possible, you can be as open. There's no limit, you know. And coming from a place where you've never even attempted to be yourself, you've never had the chance to be out of the closet. Once you are out of the closet, there's always that commotion within you, like how far out of the closet can I really be? Because it's, you know, you're stepping into somewhere you've never, a kind of way you've never felt that kind of freedom before. So it was scary, and it was also exciting at the same time, because I knew eventually the dust is gonna settle around that part of my life, and like I can have, because the most important thing is your peace of mind. You know, gay people go through we go through a lot of mental health issues because we internalize a lot.
On
We
that
internalize a
note,
lot.
I would like to tell anyone who is watching and you're a gay African man, lesbian woman, please do not fear to ask for help. Do not fear to call NHS or wherever country you are and seek mental health help.
That's a real thing.
It's a real.
It's a real
I
thing.
struggled with it back home, not being able to, because like, you know, therapy.
I did too. It's
you
an
have to-
unspoken demon that kills us, that eats us at
Yeah.
home. Depression is such a big thing within the gay community in Kenya. You have no idea.
I've
And there's
seen
simply
it.
not the infrastructure
People,
to deal with it.
I have friends who come here thinking, oh, I'm moving London, I'm going to UK, I'm gonna be wherever, and I'm gonna be fine because like I'll be free,
Absolutely.
I'll wear a dress, I'll be trans, whatever.
Yeah,
but
that's-
then it's something. It's like a trauma, like being that's being in a country where you're not loved, where they want you to like bounce.
Yeah.
Like they say, leave, die or leave. That's the only two options
Those
we
sort
have.
of things,
Really,
Yeah.
that's just what made me want to cry. Because
Can
like,
you imagine how
what?
scary it is, like when someone is actually like literally threatening your life, like, and
Like
people have guts,
literally threatening your life.
threatening your life.
Therapy does wonders. You have done therapy, right?
I have, fortunately, I have some sort of a good support system.
Okay.
Yeah. And also, I feel like at the end of the day, you have to take the effort first to seek out help within yourself, within the resources that you have.
Yeah.
That means that you have to embrace even good habits, better habits for yourself, to be able to navigate the entire scenario, mental health issue, and fitting in and absorbing everything. Because when now everything is intense in London and everything gets thrown at you, now
I know.
everything that it's wild.
And sorry to say, but like that's how like people get here, and they like to release your trauma.
Yeah.
That's how you end up on like dating apps, after
Yeah.
dating apps, and then you're like
Yeah.
meeting like
Yeah.
by the end of that week you've met like 6 people.
Yes.
Because you can't handle what's, and I get that. Did you ever try to seek like, let's say, mental health help in Kenya?
I did try, but on the basis of maybe while I was going through like a private family issue, but never really to talk
Yeah,
about
I mean, you
myself
can't say
as a
that.
gay. How am I going to tell the doctor that I think I'm gay? That's the first thing she's going to go and tell my parents. I think there's something wrong with your son. So it's not something you can
They can
actively
even
talk,
report you to
even
the
with
police.
your siblings.
Yeah.
It goes, it's so serious. You can't even actively talk about it with your siblings.
I know.
You know, people might always suspect you, but the conversation that will never. So you're always hanging somewhere, never really having the kind of hand to hold you, or support system that each one of us needs and it has a right for.
Do you have, I mean, you've been here, you said how long have you been in the UK?
A couple of years now.
Do you still have some days where you wake up and you're like, you look in the mirror and you're like, today I just want to fit in. I don't want anyone to realize that I'm gay, or like because it's something in like, I'm 23 years old, by the way, or just turned 23 on the 30th of October. So like,
I just
feel
turned
free
30 fine.
Yes, slay.
Very fine. Very fine.
Age is just a number, isn't it?
It is just a number.
Okay, so like for the past, like since I started, let's say puberty, it's every single morning you wake up saying, today I'm going to be as manly as I can be.
You're going to be as you can be. I always struggle with that sometimes, because you have to acknowledge, first of all, trauma that you have from behind. So even when you're in that kind of a space, you have to, you kind of have to adjust yourself. I always have to adjust myself to like fit within the environment, because initially it used to be like, you know how you grow up when you're gay and you know like it's not you're not being
okay.
accepted. That homophobia starts with you, because you first of all know that or think that there's something wrong with you first before anyone can tell it to you.
That's at that point you don't think, you know,
Yeah,
there is
but
something wrong
there's
with
something wrong because I just don't fit into these people. And for you to heal that, for you to change that mentality and understand there's nothing wrong with me. I come as diverse as anything else. Even flowers are not the same. They're not the same height or color or everything, you know. So
you. So
there's
like that thing
Yeah.
disturbs you a little bit sometimes, but like
it
not so
does.
much.
It does. Self-acceptance. It doesn't just happen in one day, you know.
But
Like
you're
we
a
say,
chill
healing
guy, so
takes
like-
time. Yeah.
You're a chill guy.
Yeah.
Are you happier than you are?
I am happier than I was, to be honest, because I can breathe. Have you ever had to, like when you sit down and you can sigh relief, like you don't have to look after your behind your back anymore? That's how I feel now. Like I'm not too self-conscious, like whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm dressing, oh, that's too gay. Yeah, I've said something that's
Air
too
hug.
gay.
Air hug.
You know,
Give me an air hug.
So like that's not there anymore.
Yeah.
That's not there anymore. I can talk about gay, you know, conversations with people, you know, because I've come to find people who are more open-minded. You know, they're not necessarily gay people, but they're open-minded. So
They don't
you
judge.
feel safer. Yeah, you
Yeah.
feel safer. You feel more accommodated. It doesn't matter when you go to Tesco, they don't serve you better than the other person, whether you present as gay or not as gay. I mean, that's how it feels. And I believe every person should feel like that. You shouldn't feel like you have to do something for you to fit somewhere. I believe the room is big enough for us. The cake is big enough for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. And us trying to box each other up is what causes the problem in the first place. So now it's better. I still have some sleep issues here and there, you know. When you have trauma so much, you don't sleep so well. You don't sleep so well. And I've always been a person who hid myself into work. So that's like a toxic trait, yeah. You hide yourself into work to run away from whatever it is that you're going through. So
Yeah.
now it's better. Now it's better.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I get so like here it just it makes me
You're
so
getting
sad.
emotional.
I know.
I'm like balancing pebbles here. Like
Because like no one has to go through that. Like
Yeah.
because we're human beings, and like I see the number of suicide things that are happening in our countries and even in the UK itself, just because we can't accept ourselves without the people who we know love us, as opposed to love us, will not love us because of who we are.
and they don't. The truth of the matter is, they don't.
Yeah.
They don't, and they only do when it's beneficial for them. But for you, like, I don't know. I've had people who come and say there's this very insulting notion about gay men is gay men cannot have kids. So there's something that people do in my culture whereby, especially because people will call you, go, you know, you're gay. So when you die, what will they do? They'll put ash they'll violate you, you know. That's a ritual done for men who don't have families or children, you know, like your name will never get carried forward. And people will use that to hurt you and tell you, you know what, your name is going to die, your name is not going to get carried forward, you know. Are you alive to carry a name?
Exactly.
You know, is that all that matters at the end of the day? Because at the end of the day, I can have a kid. What does it take? It's not hard chemistry. It only takes you and a woman, and that's it. And you have kids. So it's beyond that. It's beyond needing. It's beyond that. So it's very hurtful. People use these things to attack especially black gay men, because that's a whole different spectrum.
It's a whole
different spectrum. And this, depending on where you are within your family, whether you're firstborn, I'm a firstborn, so it's the stakes are higher for me.
Yeah.
You know, but at the end of the day, you have to choose your own path. Yeah. I always ask people, like, you know, you're not doing the same thing your brother is doing, and eventually 30 years to come, all of you will have gone different ways. Maybe one of you will end up in jail because they went and stole. Maybe one of you will end up divorced. One of you will end up this and this. So you have to choose your own path of life. And for me, now my life is now different. It's time for me to live my life. That's how I can say it. It feels that good. It feels that good. Now it's time to not be worried anymore, to not be scared anymore. Now I don't care what someone thinks about me.
Man, that's
You know?
it. That's it.
Yeah.
Preach the gospel.
Yeah.
Bro.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. So how have your experiences been? Have you tried any gay bars in the UK?
Oh, I have.
In London?
I have.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to. There's one I like going to in Brighton. That was the very first place I had
In
chance of
Brighton?
visiting before we even come to London.
Okay.
Brighton. It's called Legend, Club Legend. I think that's it's. I can't even describe it. It's amazing. The vibe, you just enter there and you belong.
Yeah.
From the front of the house, from the security, like it's just
Okay,
it's
you
like
say you belong. What
gay
music are
heaven.
they playing?
What?
What music are they playing in this Legend?
They play everything.
I swear, if you're recommending something and I go there and I find
It's good. It's good because they have theme nights. So they'll have soul night. And then they'll have performances, drag performances. They'll have
Afro
God,
nights.
It's so good.
That's
so
it.
good. And every time I've been there, every single time I've been there, I've been treated exactly like maybe let's say even better than last time. Like it's such a good place.
Say the Legend.
Yeah. Yeah. In London, we have I've been to GOI. That's like their home base, because the good thing about the place is that it's very welcoming for us, you know, and it's chill out. You know?
You'll catch me shaking my booty every Saturday.
You'll
there,
catch
so.
me shaking whatever I'm shaking there
every Saturday.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
But like it's the only. I don't know so many like Afro gay parties in London. Have you heard of Bootylicious?
I've heard of Bootylicious. I've heard of this. Oh, there's this one. It's on Twitter. I don't know if I should be saying it, but it's like some.
Give me the first letter.
Bro. Yeah. I haven't been to one yet, but I want to experience. You know what I'm saying? I want to experience it, but yeah. There's so events like that. You know, the thing is, you have to play as well.
Yeah.
You have to play. I mean, we are gay men. We love playing.
I see you
know
playing
what I
at
mean?
JY every Saturday.
You have to play while still, being safe and just have fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I always say, like, if it's new bodies or what, you're gonna get new bodies in heaven. I mean, the point of life is not to go in one piece. So, wreck yourself. There's 1,000 separate heavens.
I mean, don't quote him on that.
Quote me on that. When I become president, I'll say it and it will catch on.
I mean, if you say wreck yourself, but like, okay, don't quote him on that.
No, not reckless.
Exactly.
You know what I mean.
If what you're stealing cars.
You know what I mean.
Okay, let's go back to our issue.
Okay.
So, I mean, you're telling about your gay life and like how happy you are now. You've tried the gay clubs. You said you've noticed a theory, but I still suggest you should. How are you finding everything else aside from like? Is there some level of homophobia in this country? Like, is there like? I mean, it can't always be perfect, right? So, like, have you experienced something that to tell you, oh my God, like, I thought I escaped this here, but then there's something here as well.
Right. Let's talk about that actually, because homophobia is not only limited to just Africa, and it's not only limited to. I mean, anybody can be homophobic.
True.
Even the white people themselves or just anybody. So, yes, you might think you have run away from something, and unfortunately, sometimes some members of our communities where we come from, like when they know, oh, so and so is gay, I'm telling you, the relationship changes. Like things change, you know, because people still have internalized homophobia. Like, I mean, you're in a country that is so ahead of the world, but your thinking is like so backward. Like, why can't you take time to understand the concepts or the principles that run the system here? You know, why is it that we get to be free here in this country and not at home? You know, so the homophobia will always be there.
Yeah.
Will always be there. One, because not everybody will accept. Remember, it is the country that accepts
You.
and you know.
I mean, the community is safe. That's what I love
It's
about
a safe community, but people will always still be people.
Let me tell you a story. I had just arrived in London. I think that was earlier like when I had just come to London, and I was walking with my friend. It's called Alpha. I don't know if you know him. It's called Alpha.
I do.
So I was walking in Seven Sisters. I can't forget that day. It was a very chilly day. It's about to get dark, and like I was holding his arms and like freezing, you know. And then we passed by like a couple of boys preaching, you know, like. So we passed by them and they're like, oh. One starts fire, 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 fire. So like at that moment I'm like, oh my god, I think we're about to get beaten up. Fire, fire, and they're like following us. Arthur turns around and is like he said something in Luganda. I didn't even understand it. But like he abused them in Luganda and they walked back. Yeah. And like I was like, okay, this shows that our rights are, you know, are working.
Seen that here too as well. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like they like to call us Battymen. When they like that's the word Battymen.
Reach.
Battymen. It's very real, but the good thing is no one can define you because you know who you are, you know, and you can say something about it.
Yeah,
you can say something about. You can do something about it. That's the whole difference. You can talk to someone about it. You know, that's the whole difference. So the safety is the safety that you might seek, or the difference in environment that you might seek is there.
Would you want to go back to Kenya at any point in your life?
Home is always home. Home is always home. And I definitely, if things improve, I mean, why not? Why not?
Same.
Why not?
I normally tell people that I do love my country. I mean, you can't compare. Let me talk about my favorite thing, which is to party, of course. I will not deny it. So like I say,
and you people can party.
Even if it's in 20 years, even if it's in 25 years, even if it's in 30 years, I love my country.
Absolutely.
If that's like, because it takes time. Like people can't just say, oh, like let's say they removed the law and they're like, okay, now
we've accepted. Now
they don't even accept.
Time.
They just say, now you're not going to prison. That is now you say, okay, now I can go back. No,
but
the community has to first love you. So when you begin seeing things like, oh, people are getting married, and I know by that 15 years you're like going to see me with a kid. To be honest,
yeah. Why? There's nothing preventing us from being kids. I mean,
what?
You'd still be. I'm saying there's nothing that would prevent a gay person from having kids. They would probably be a better parent sometimes than we.
I didn't say that.
No, I'm just saying, because from what I've seen in the world, sometimes comparing, I'm like, I can do a better job than you. You know.
That's your opinion.
That's my opinion. That's what you can quote me on that.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm not taking a take on anyone.
No, it's okay.
No. I just say it. Yeah.
But like my point was, like, even if it's in 20 years or 15, and with my kids, I would maybe not fully relocate, but then like I would go back and like
see home
and start. If I'm allowed to and like be able to be free in my own country, I would love that.
Absolutely.
Even if it's in 20, 30 years, maybe I'll be an old man.
Absolutely.
But like if I can be there and be free and be able to visit my mom's grave, very much, you know, I would love to go back.
We do have a long way to go.
Yeah,
Have
these
a
guys
long way to go.
people back home don't realize how much we sacrifice.
Yeah.
They think just oh, you've gone abroad, you're gonna look for work, and but we're looking to want to be alive, we want to be free,
Yeah.
we want to live like you're
Yeah,
living,
exactly.
you know, like
Exactly.
you're living. We want to have rights.
Yeah. When
You
I don't
know?
have to worry about, they'll not give me the medicine because I'm gay.
Exactly.
Come on. And that happens. You'll go to hospitals and
Prep.
yeah, there's no medicine, there's no more prep, there's no more, just to antagonize the community.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't, unless these changes, that kind of stigmatization changes, we have a long way to go
A
as a country.
long way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And invest in mental health.
That's a big thing for
Invest
me.
in mental health.
Yeah.
We will have a long way to go. You cannot be able to solve anything when your mind is not straight. When you're not okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a start. We can start there.
I'm happy for
We can
you.
start there.
I'm happy that you're happier. I'm happy that you're happy, that you're free. That's
Yeah.
a very, very big thing for me.
Yeah.
Freedom, mental health.
Mental
You
health.
know?
Yeah. You have to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a battle. It's a journey.
Choose you. I chose me. That's why.
Yeah. That's why you're proud.
Do you have any powerful message you'd like to send to the people of Kenya who are watching right now, even those in power?
Yes, I do have a message. We know what you're up to. And we will not stop fighting for our rights. The gay agenda, like you like to call it, is a powerful it's a powerful subject as well, and it's important for the people of Kenya because we have gay people in Kenya, and we should not be undergoing the kind of persecution that we are undergoing. The anti-gay bill that proposes a jail term of 50 years is, so to speak, is just barbaric. And it's not a punishment that any Kenyan should deserve just because of simply who they are. And you have to accept us in the community. You have to stop antagonizing us, give us equal opportunities as well, provide infrastructure for mental health for gay people in Kenya, because we can't talk about that. And a lot of people are going through a lot of mental issues. People are not accepted who they are. And these are members of our society. So people are dealing with stress and depression on a very high unprecedented level. We have to invest. I would urge our government to invest into mental health facilities. That will serve not only the gay Kenyans. That's just not the point. It will serve everybody. But we have to have a point. I'm just talking for this marginalized group that I belong to. Yeah, that's just my simple message for my country people and my politicians.
What do you have to tell
Reconsider.
the people like you who have no way of refuge or leaving? What can you tell them to do? What advice do you have for them?
I will always say that, first of all, you have to look out for your own safety, number one. I mean, don't put yourself at risk knowingly so that you can get help, Okay. Don't put yourself at risk. Always look out for your own safety first. Be conscious of where you are, what you're doing. Don't, I would not maybe dress up in nails and whatnot and walk through like where border riders are, because they will beat me up.
Border borders as well?
Yeah, we call them border borders.
Okay.
They will beat you up, right? They will harass you. So don't put yourself in situations trying to prove a point. Be diligent. You can live your life without being you can live your life
Just choose yourself.
just wisely, choose, because you're the one who's writing the story. So choose wisely where you are, what you're doing. It's a step, and always seek help. Always seek help. If you can't carry the burden, if you can't, just talk to someone, seek out, and you're gonna get help. The worst thing is when you're not spoken, you've not asked for help, and then you say there's nobody to help you. So speak up. When you find injustice, when injustice is done to you, either by your family or wherever, your friends, speak up about it. Come out and speak up about it. That will go a long way in changing the whole nation of our country, because we are wounded sons of that nation. And the only mistake we've done is what? Just being ourselves. Just being gay. Can I just be gay and exist in peace?
Okay. That is all the time we have today. Thank you so much, Francis, for coming in today.
Thank you, Charles.
I was Charles, and again, remember to follow our socials. That is Opal We Exist on Instagram, Opal We Exist on Facebook, and Out and Proud African LGBT on YouTube. Let's go. Where's the music? I want some music.
Thank you. Let's go party now. Ni Masayaki. Ha ha.